Welcome back to Blind Man Morris, and today we're in the weird and wonderful area of starter motor fault diagnosis and all that entails. So you get in your car, you're just about to go off to Tesco's to do your shopping, you put your keys in and nothing happens. Or you get a clunk and then nothing happens. Or you get a rattle and a horrible sound and nothing happens. Or you get a horrible sort of slow, which sounds like a really tired engine and then nothing happens. So this bit's better if there's two of you. In fact, it's almost impossible not to do with two people. So what you need to do is put your headlights on and the other person looks at your headlights and you turn your headlights on the main beam and then you either pull the pull start or turn the key and watch the lights. Now, if the lights don't change at all when your keys are turned, it's a connection issue probably to the starter. If your lights go dim and then bright on the turn of the key, so they go dim when you turn the key or pull the pull start, and then they go bright afterwards, it's more than likely a stuck starter. And there are two ways of sorting that out easily. Or of course, the third scenario is the lights are dim and stay dim, which tends to mean that there's not enough power in the battery to turn the starter. But let's go over the stuck starter first. So to do a stuck starter, best thing to do is make sure you're not on a steep hill or a hill at all. Make sure there's nobody in front or behind the car. Take the handbrake off, knock it into fourth gear, and then rock the car. So let's get out and rock the car. So you've got a stuck starter, it's in fourth gear, handbrake's off, you're not on a steep hill, and I use the B pillar to push on to rock the car backwards in fourth. So you lean on it, rock it backwards and forwards until you feel the pressure release. That means your starter gear has been released from your flywheel and you should be able to start your car. So now it's going on to the other method. So the other method you can use is finding this bolt on the back of the starter. That's why I'm in the workshop. I'm going to go in the car in a minute and show you actually where it is in real time. So this is where the solenoid attaches to, and here is this square bolt here, which is connected to the shaft which the pinion barrel Bendix gear is floating on, and you put your 10mm spanner on the back of that, and it's just below the distributor. It'll be where my hand is, and you just rock it backwards and forwards like that with your 10mm spanner, and that, as you can see, should disengage your Bendix gear here and let you start your car on the starter motor. Now I'm going to go over to the car and show you where it is on the car. So here it is live in the engine bay, and it's in front of the distributor towards the radiator side. So, and the alternators here. It's quite a lot. Well, quite a lot of room, and it's quite difficult to get hold of. So there is the spanner. I'm trying to do it sit down. You can see it's quite easy to move. It's a 10mm spanner, and what you do is you rock that backwards and forwards until you feel the pressure go, and you can be able to move it like that, and that will show you that your starter is released, and you can go back to starting your car normally. So going back to the other symptoms, if the lights stay dim when you turn the keys and nothing's happened, you've checked it, the stuck starter, or it's not a stuck starter. So it's obviously an electrical issue. So you always start with your battery end first and check your battery with your multimeter. So get your multimeter, put it on the DC volts, put it on the two probes on your battery terminals and take a reading. If it's anything below 12, you need to either charge your battery, but if it's a really old battery, as old as your kettle, it's probably time for a new battery. But take a reading. If it needs charging up, charge it up, and then go to start again. And then check all your connections. Always start from the battery end. So let's go over to there. So checking all your connections, you start at the earth end first. So this is your earth end. Check your connections, not loose. Check your connection onto the side of the battery tray. You won't be able to see it. There's quite a lot of stuff in the way there. Yep. So you check that connection first, and also check the condition of the earth strap wire. If they're frayed, worn, or all gummed up, that can give you issues in slow charging. Go over to your positive terminal, wiggle that, make sure that's nice and solid, make sure it's clean, and then go over to the solenoid connection over there, and then follow your solenoid connection down to the back of your starter, checking every terminal.
So this is a solenoid here.
No, solenoid. Oh, is it down here on this car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
This is the solenoid here.
Yeah, so you check your connections on the solenoid. Give them a clean. Use dielectric grease or Vaseline, petroleum jelly, to put on back on the terminals and recouple them. And then finally check your large cable connection to the back of your starter, undo it, clean it, and refit it.
There.
Yeah. And last but not least, and the one most people forget, is the engine to body earth strap, which is under the car. So we'll shoot under the car and have a look and see what the health of that is.
And lastly, the engine to body earth strap. So you can just see it there. It goes between the gearbox and the body of the car. It needs to be clean. It needs to be intact. So if it looks frayed, broken, or really, really dirty, clean it if it's dirty. If it's broken or frayed, get a new one and put it on.
So if your lights are bright all the time when you're trying to start the car on the key or on your pull start, and you've checked your battery and the battery's good with your multimeter, the issue is then between the solenoid and your starter or in the starter. So those need to be investigated. So I've already gone through all the connection issues on the starter. If those are all right, pull your starter motor and remove the sleeve and have a look inside. And it's either an issue with your bushes on the starter or the commutator arm. So you can either get a new starter or try to repair it yourself. And I think I've covered all the main causes of starter issues on the car. So I've already done a video about the removal and installation of your starter motor, and I've done an overview of the starter motor video as well. So if it's noisy, it tends to be either worn teeth on your Bendix gear and flywheel. So you can replace your starter and it may not get any quieter because the teeth on your flywheel are still worn, but your starter motor is in good health. The other thing it can be is that the starter motor has been started a lot and has been started when the engine's running by accident, and that can bend the main shaft on your starter, which means your starter moves out of true, and that can make it noisy, or it can be a broken spring. In all these cases, you can repair them, but most people just replace the whole starter. There's teeth freely available, and yeah, so good starting. And on to the next video.